Hi, I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all about parenting, family relationships, and good communication, and I teach through the lens of self-government. In this video, we're going to be talking about the fastest way to improve your parenting. Whenever we parent by principle instead of tactic, it's always better. So I would like to share with you a really great principle that has transformed not only my life, but many people's lives, thousands and thousands all over the world. For over 2 decades, I've been teaching the principles of self-government, and this one thing has made a huge difference in so many lives. Before I get to my one secret thing for you that I want to share today, I do think it's important that you understand where I'm headed with all of this. So self-government, we've got to understand what that is. Self-government is when a person understands cause and effect and they have a complete knowledge of themselves, the way they behave, and how their behaviors relate to the effects or outcomes that they usually get. When a person knows self-government, they're consistently fine-tuning themselves so that they can become the best versions of themselves and have the most happiness. When families have self-government in their relationships, there's less contention, less anxiety, more predictability, and just general unity and peace. In fact, in our family, I can honestly say we just don't fight. And I have a whole family full of strong-willed people. I promise you, I'm not saying that in a way to brag. I know that that was not the case a long time ago. But once I started taking in treatment foster children and teaching them how to self-govern themselves, I realized that I could teach that to my entire family and create an entirely new family culture. And that's just what I did, which attracted the attention of TV companies like the BBC over in England, who ended up making a TV program about our family, and people started asking for books. And it really all is because we're happy. We're happy because we self-govern. So what does it mean to really self-govern? To create an environment where a person learns self-government, you need to have a certain kind of a tone or feeling in the environment and a bond, and then a certain kind of a structure. So what type of a structure do you need? Well, you need to have skills and ways of communication and problem solving so that people don't just emotionally dump on each other. So what in the world does that look like? So what does that look like? In our family, we have a family vision or a picture of where we're headed as a group. And we hold on to that. We even created a family mission statement to remind us each day of where we're headed as a family. We have meetings where we check up on how we're doing as becoming that type of family, but also we have skills that we use. There's 4 basic skills that my children know and that we know, and we use those 4 basic skills in our daily living. Skills such as following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences and disagreeing appropriately. There's also 5 skills that we use as parents to help our children when they're having a problem or when they need correction. And these 5 skills are all used with the base of calmness, because calmness is so very important. In fact, at the end of this video, I have something that I'm going to give you for free that will help you develop more calmness. So let's talk about that one thing that you can do today that could make a really big difference for your family. Before I get to this one piece of secret sauce, click that subscribe button. There are so many great videos here on this channel. It truly is my mission and my purpose to try and share with people around the world things they can do to create happier families. I know that if we can help repair the families, then we can truly strengthen and repair so many of the problems that we are facing in the world today. Click on that subscribe button now. Help this go out to more people and see the videos that I know you'll like. Here's the moment we've been waiting for. What is one of the things that you can do, the very quickest, fastest ways that you can improve your parenting? Role plays. I know that seems weird, right? But it's so true, role plays. If you are going to change and learn skills that you need for success so that you're not angry anymore, so that you're not out of control, you've got to practice doing things the right way. And if your children are going to switch their habits, trade out the old, the whiny, the tantrum, the attitude problem for new, improved, more connective habits in your family, guess what they need? Role play. 15 minutes a day of role playing for at least 2 weeks can absolutely transform your home. So make a picture of what you want your family to be like. It's a family vision, a picture of your family 20 years in the future and what you want it to feel like and be like when you gather together, maybe even with some new people that have joined the family since then. Your family needs to have an emotional buy-in. After that, you need to talk about skills that you need for problem solving. Maybe you've developed some of those skills yourself, but if you need help with that, I certainly can help with some of those skills. And they are pretty simple. They build upon each other. I mentioned them a little bit earlier on in this video. So then, once you've taught those skills, practice them. Role play practice 15 minutes a day. So sometimes the parent is the parent and the child is the child, but sometimes you role reverse and the child acts as if they're the parent in the role play and the parent acts as if they're the child. Now at first you practice doing things exactly right, but then once they've learned all of your skills, meaning how you are going to calmly correct them when they go out of control, then the fun begins. Now you can start acting as if you're going out of control and they're being the parent and they need to use this intensive teaching skill that they taught you or that they told you they would use right there with you. Now the child who is role reversed and is acting like you realizes what the parent has to do to stay calm in an interaction with their child and how to help their child solve the problem. And they see themselves from the other side. It's like holding up a mirror to them. It's super powerful. Just doing that deliberate pre-teaching, practicing the skills together in those role plays makes all the difference. Now let me tell you something else about role play. You can role play anything. You can role play emotional situations that a person might have just on their own and how to help them change their thought process so they can pull themselves out of that emotional problem. You can role play social situations that might be coming up and how to observe boundaries there, which includes the skill accepting no answer, because any boundary issue actually means accepting no answers. So truly, role-playing the right way is going to make a big difference. Now, as you can see, I said one thing role-play, but there's all these other things I'm saying that maybe you should role-play. I would like to help you start on that journey. There is a skill set. It's a 6-step process for how to be calm when somebody else isn't, how to help them get calm without losing your calmness at the same time. And I talk about this process in my course, the Calm Parenting Toolkit. This is a mini course. It's a beginner course for people who are interested in learning self-government. And because you have stayed to the end of this video, I want to give it to you for free. There is a link below this video in the description section. So open up that little tab. It says teachselfgov.com/toolkit. Click on that link and it will take you to a free version of the Calm Parenting Toolkit so that you can begin your self-government journey today and be on the fast track to becoming the parent you always wanted to be. Click on the link now. I'll see you there.